Good evening. I'm Stephen Brown, and I'm a candidate for chairman of the South Carolina Republican Party. I wish I could be with you there this evening, but unfortunately a commitment across the state has kept me away. I'm going to take this brief time to tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm running for chairman. In case you didn't know it, it's a volunteer position. There's absolutely no pay associated with it. But I'm running for this office because I believe in the principles and the platform of the Republican Party. I'm a native of South Carolina. I went to the public schools in Charleston where I grew up. Went on to Phillips Exeter Academy and then Johns Hopkins University where I graduated in 1982. And I came back home and graduated from law school at the University of South Carolina in 1985. I've been a lifelong Republican, having become a Republican as a teenager working for Ronald Reagan in the 1976 presidential primary. Went on to work for Ronald Reagan as a Youth for Reagan leader in 1980, and I was even at the convention in Detroit, Michigan when he was first nominated. I've gone on to serve in various volunteer capacities for the Republican Party, including being chairman of the Greenville County Republican Party. I've also been a delegate to the National Convention a couple of times. But like many of you, I've become disillusioned with the Republican Party. During the George Bush years, when we had control of both houses of Congress, the Republican Party failed to meet the objectives that we set. The Republican Congress passed budgets larger than what the Democrats had done before them. They gave us Medicare Part D. They even tried to give amnesty to illegal immigrants. Jim DeMint stood up and said, no, we're not going to have it. And I stood with Jim DeMint then, and I stand with him again now. I believe that we are seeing the initial skirmishes of the biggest battle of political ideas since the Civil War. That's how important it is that we go back to honor the Constitution of the United States, rein in an out-of-control federal government, and begin to get control of our budgets once again. It's absolutely essential that we do that. Now, I want to tell you what distinguishes me from the other gentlemen that are running for this office. Number one, I don't earn any money in politics and never have. That's important because that gives me the freedom and the flexibility to tell you the truth, to look you in the eye and tell you exactly what I think, and to often, when necessary, be blunt. We've got Republicans or persons in elected office in South Carolina that call themselves Republicans that were elected on the Republican ticket who don't stand with us on our platform, who don't push for the issues that we're trying to accomplish and even get through the legislature. That needs to change. And that brings me to the second biggest issue that distinguishes me from my colleagues running for this office. And that is that I am the one who is pushing for and fighting for and will continue to fight for registration by party. It is critical that we do that so that only Republicans get to vote in a Republican primary. Why should Democrats be allowed to come in and help select the Republican nominee? They shouldn't. That has to stop. I've been fighting against that for years, and right now I'm the lead counsel for the Republican Party in a case to do exactly that, to require that only Republicans vote in our primaries to select the nominees. And that's going to be critically important next year in 2012 when we have the first in the South primary, because the Democrats are not going to hold one at the same time. That means every single registered voter in the state of South Carolina will be able to vote. Any Democrat can come into our primary and offset your vote. It waters down our conservative nominees. I'm in the Republican Party, and I'm seeking this chairmanship at this time because I want our party to be the vehicle for the conservative movement. I believe in the conservative movement, and I have my entire life. I'm asking you to join with me now. If you agree with me that the conservative movement is what we need to take control of our state and our nation and to protect the inheritance that we want to pass along to our children and our grandchildren, I'm asking you to join with me now and support me in my candidacy for chairman of the South Carolina Republican Party. Thank you very much.